3 years ago, I started working part-time as the coordinator for the Waterloo Region Suicide Prevention Council. And so the win, I'll say, is bittersweet in the sense that it's because of a personal experience, losing my sister to suicide just over 5 years ago, that has led me into this role. And so it's one of passion, but also one that's in some ways very heartbreaking. Well, it's interesting because I've really had two totally different careers. My first 20 years were in advertising sales for a newspaper, so sales and marketing experience. And just recently in December, I was able to take this part-time position and fuel it into a full-time job. And so now I work between the Suicide Prevention Council as well as a mental health coordinator for Lutherwood. And so it's been a very interesting journey, and now I'm forging out a new career path. A pivotal moment for me was being at a memorial golf tournament in Cambridge and sitting there and listening to, at that time, the chairperson of the Suicide Prevention Council speaking and saying that they had enough funding that they were hoping to hire a part-time position in the next year. And this little spark just kind of went off inside of me, and I thought, I want to do that. I want to make a difference. I want to take my sister's grief and do something positive with it. For sure, the biggest obstacle, and it's one that I continue to deal with every day, would be the death of my sister and learning to deal with that new reality. I can't change it, and I wish I could every day. I wish I could bring her back, but I can't. And so I kind of had to learn how to process that grief and process this new reality. And I think, ask myself the question, what am I going to do with that grief? I could either let it sit in my stomach and fester and become toxic, or I could try and channel it into something positive and helpful for other people. Just recently, I felt very honored and proud to be representing Waterloo Region in Ottawa at the House of Commons, both at a press conference for Bill C-300, which is a bill brought forth here by local MP Harold Albrecht for a national suicide prevention strategy, which I definitely advocate for. So speaking both at his press conference and then speaking before the parliamentary review for the Standing Committee on Health at the House of Commons was definitely a great moment. Balance for sure. Just making sure that I'm surrounded by positive people that give me energy every day, and balancing that with the love and support of great networks of friends and family, exercise, and my wonderful book club friends, and actually blocking off time. So my husband and I, for example, will block off date nights, and it's just as important as blocking off a 5-hour meeting and saying, sorry, but nothing can change that. That's my night with my husband, or blocking off time with my nieces or my family, and just making sure that that happens, and then really having that really good quality time with them. A lot of people inspire me. I'm always inspired by people that get up every morning against all odds, whether they're facing mental health challenges or physical challenges, but are trying to make a difference in their own life. People like that inspire me. I'm inspired by people that always have that we can do attitude and that positive outlook. And I'm constantly inspired by youth. They are just so amazing. They've got great ideas, unbridled passion, and it's just wonderful being around youth. They definitely inspire me. My one piece of advice would be that everyone has a gift, that everyone has a story to tell. Sometimes we're just so busy that we forget to take the time to really stop and listen to that story. And if we could do that, we could really make a difference in a lot of people's lives. I dedicate this award to my sister, Erin.